guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Y'all, let's do some real happy crafting. Stay tuned. So today, y'all, we are going to work with these awesome shades of orange, and they are so in line with the cheery, springy look that we are trying to have right now as we go through this awful cold weather, awful gray weather, and just bring some happy into our crafting day. And here is what we're going to make. With Easter fast approaching, I know that some of you are looking for ideas, basket ideas that you can make to give to friends and family. This is another perfect little basket that you can make. So easy, and it does not take a whole lot of material to make this. And this would be beautiful even if you filled it with a whole bunch of paper flowers and delivered it to someone. You could make a whole floral bouquet in this sweet little box, and I love the shape of it. It is so super simple to make and so happy. So we are going to make this right now. All right, guys, so here is what we're going to need to make our project. We're going to need some decorative paper and some chipboard. We are going to need 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 4 by 3 1/4. 1 piece of chipboard that measures 4 by 4, 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 5 by 4. We need a beautiful decorative piece that measures 9 by 12, and then we have 2 beautiful orange plaid pieces that measure 6 by 12. So to start, we are going to need to bring in our pieces that measure 4 by 4, our 2 pieces that measure 4 by 3 1/4, and the decorative piece that measures 12 by 9. And I have placed adhesive on the back of this using my sticker maker. And it's not necessary that you have that because you can just cover the back in tape. So I am going to go ahead and remove the backer sheet. You can see that sheen on there. That means that I have my adhesive on. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to lay my pieces out, and my 4 by 4 is my center. And then I'm just going to place these two about 1/8 of an inch apart so that I can make sure that I have good border spacing here. So now I can take this piece, my 4 by 4 piece, and when I place it down, I am going to come in about 1 inch just to place it. Then I'll take one of my 4 by 3 1/4 inch pieces, and we're going to place that down, giving ourselves about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Then I'll take my second 4 by 3 1/4 inch piece, and we're going to place that down, giving ourselves about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. So now what we're going to do, we're going to use the wraparound technique. So we're just going to go to the corners and just do a slight little miter. Nothing deep. So I'll make my miter right there. And then when I cut across on this long piece, I'm pretty much just going to cut almost straight across. You can see that I have a slight little angle here, but not a deep one because I want most of that left. So I'll do the same thing here. I'm going to do just a very slight angle there. And then I'll angle here and angle here. So now we can take our piece and just fold over the edges. And I'm going to use my big old spatula just to make sure that I get all of that nice and stuck. Then we can take this piece and we're going to pull it over, but it looks like I might need to trim just a little bit. So I'll put my ruler down and I'm going to trim away about 1/4 of an inch. You can just do a test fit to see how it's going to wrap. And if you need to remove any of it, you can trim it just as you saw me do there. So now I can pull this nice and tight. We're going to get that stuck. So then we'll just make sure that we have our spines nicely defined. So I'm just going to go in, work that spine, And then we will have this. This is our platform piece or the box body. We're going to set that to the side and we're going to make this part of the box. So I have a piece that measures 5 by 4. And all we need to do, as I've already angled one side of this, is we need to take our ruler, position it on the 5-inch side, make a mark at 1/2 inch, and make a mark at 4.5 inches. Then we're going to take the ruler, place it on the mark, and then just angle that ruler over to the edge. And then we can use our finger blade or X-Acto knife, whatever it is you're using to trim, and trim away that excess chipboard. And this is how we're going to get that angled front and back on this. So we have these two pieces that look like that. Okay, so now that we have our angles cut, we need to go ahead and place it down on our 6 by 12 inch pieces. And we have 2 of these that measure 6 by 12. I am going to do one with you guys, and then I'll do the other one off camera because the process is the same. So I am going to take this piece, and with the flared piece facing down, I'm going to place it right there towards the bottom of my paper. Then at this point, I'll make a little V right there. We'll come over to the other side, make that same V, and then we'll come to the bottom and we're going to do an angle cut. So because we have this cut at an angle, we need to do a deeper angle in here than we normally would, but we can do our same usual style angle there. And so I'll come back over here and I'm going to go in deep on that angle. And the reason why I'm doing it that way, I'll show you when I'm folding it over. But right now we're going to go ahead and fold those sides. So pull those up, fold them over. Use your bone folder, big old spatula, whatever you have to get it stuck. And the reason why we did a deep angle, because we did take what was a straight line here and we angled it in, which means that if we didn't go in deep, angling in this way, it would hang over the edge and we'd have to trim it anyway. So I am just going to take this piece, fold it over, and now I can stand this piece up and fold it over. Use my finger blade to just go in and remove the excess paper. And I've already done one, so now we have our 2 front and back panels. What I should have done, and what I always do when I'm making something that has handles, is I make the handle first, and I forgot to do that. So we're going to make the handle right now. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and I have 2 pieces for the handle that measure 2.5 by 12. And on the 2.5 inch side, we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Rotate it to the opposite 2.5 inch side and score at 3/4 of an inch one more time. And now I'll just take it and fold over where I made those scores. And then I'm just going to go over that and give it a quick burnishing. And so now I'll bring in my Reptile Glue. I'm going to place some glue right there in the middle. And then I'll place some glue on just one of the outer panels. Now I can fold this over. I'll fold this one over. I can use my bone folder. That's going to do 2 things. It's going to help me start to curl this handle, and it's also spreading out the glue. So you can see I have somewhat of a curl to this. So we're going to go ahead and set it to the side, and we'll put this together. And the way that we're going to put this together is going to be very simple. So we're going to take our glue and place our glue along the box, just like this. So I'm placing my glue on the 3 front panels or front sides of this. I'm not placing any glue on the top, but I am making sure that I get decent glue coverage. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the piece that has the flare and we position that towards the bottom of our box. So you need to be squeezing in the top like this. And I'll take the base and we're going to put it down, and I am going to get it flush with the bottom. So I'll take my finger, run it along that bottom to make sure it's not hanging over. You could actually have yours hanging over if you want. It's completely up to you. So then I'll just stand it and press in the way that we usually do. And then if you look at it from this side, if you want to adjust it any, do it before that glue really starts to set up. And now we just repeat this process. So we're going to take our glue and place our glue on this side. And you guys can see that it did not take that reptile long at all to grab and hold. And now I can take this piece, I'm going to place it down so that I can get it nice and flush on the bottom, and then I'll put it down on one of the sides. That way I'll know that I have these 2 sides even. Now I can stand it, squeeze it, and let my glue dry. So we're just going to give that a moment to dry, and then we'll place our handles. All right, guys, so now we're going to place the handles. I am not going to do any decorating to this because I want to leave this plain because I'm not sure how I'm going to use it and who I'm going to give it to just yet. But if you want to decorate yours, you're going to have a nice 4-sided box because even if you didn't want this to be the front of your box, you still have this beautiful shape here that could also be the front of your box. But I do want the front of my box to be this. So here's how I'm going to do it. I have my 2 handles. I am going to take those handles and just crisscross them. I'm not using any glue. And then I'm going to take the handles, place them inside of my box, and just open them up so that I can go ahead and punch my hole. And I'll be punching my hole using my Crocodile Big Bite, and I have it set on the 3/16 setting. So I am going to take this, put it in, find where I want that hole to be, try to get it centered, and then I'm just going to press. And now I have my hole in all 3 pieces. I'm going to take the smallest of my little metal snaps, and I will have the link for these snaps in the description box below. I'm going to feed that snap through the hole. Then I'll just take my handles and I'll put my handles in just like that. And now I can lay it down, take the snap head and place it down. So now we can come over to this side and do the same thing. So I'm going to stand it up, crisscross these, and then just very gently bring it up so that I can get that arch without messing up my shape. Then I'm going to open this and do the same thing that you just saw me do on the other side. So I'm going to take my Crocodile Big Bite and I'll go in and just press my hole. And now I can bring my metal snap, put it through, take the snap head, put it on, and you can hear that snap. And now we have flexible handles for our beautiful, beautiful little basket. Isn't that just super cute and super easy and super, super springy? So like I said yesterday, in the PFF level of my monthly members group, we're going to be doing an Easter basket swap. Now you have a second basket type that you might want to use for your swap. Or if you're not a member of the group, but you want baskets for Easter, here you go. Here's your second one. All right, guys, so wasn't that so much fun? So easy peasy to make and so stinking cute to boot. And we now have our second super sweet basket that we can make for spring, for Easter, for birthdays, for any season, any reason, any gender. And just look at these little cuties with the flexible handles and how adaptable these are for so many different reasons. You could dress these up in some beautiful, beautiful bridal paper. And when we are back to having in-person weddings, these would be such cute flower baskets for the little flower girls. And so this is just perfect any season crafting that we have done here. Like I said, not decorating mine, but you could certainly bling yours out. Guys, I hope that you have liked this project. I hope that you like having this second option for how to make a great little basket for any season, any reason, any gender. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join. You're welcome here. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload another awesome video just like this one. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.